I don't know, a few weeks now into the role. First of all, how have you settled in, and how are things going for you?
Yeah, brilliantly. I feel like I've been here for a long time already, which is always a good sign for me. Been very busy. Obviously, we're doing a little bit of business at the minute. Trying to review the squad and see where we need to get better. And as this time of the season, you're always speaking to a lot of players and agents, and the break isn't really a break, but it's all exciting stuff. And with the business we've done so far, bringing the two boys in, we've got another couple that we're looking to get done really quickly. But everything's looking positive. I think it's been a little bit of a tricky one because we've got players that we've offered contracts to that we've been waiting on. For me, we've offered them very good deals. I think it's probably a little bit tricky for them guys because I've been fortunate enough to be at clubs at this level that I know pay good wages, so I kind of know where deals are at this level, what's a good deal and what's not. And what I can say is I know we've been really fair with the deals that we've offered the players. And the tricky thing at this time of the season is I understand players want to weigh up options, which I respect and I've got no problem with, but it's our job as a club to protect the club and to protect the team. And what I can't allow to happen is us miss out on other options because we're waiting for people. Hence why we've had to make certain moves, and that'll be the case over the next couple of weeks. We've given people enough time, and I think we've been really fair. But the ultimate goal is making sure that the team and the club are protected, and that's the way the business will work in the next couple of weeks. But we've got a lot of targets lined up that we're really pleased with, and we'll be moving swiftly with them.
Yeah, and just touching on the point you've made there, you're not a million miles removed from your own playing days, and as you say, some of them close to this level as well, so you know what's in a player's head at the moment. But as you rightly say, your priority is building a team that's hopefully going to achieve this season, and that might possibly mean moving on if need be.
100%. I think the summer for a footballer is always it's an uncertain time, and I was always one that I always wanted the business done early so you can actually relax. Some of these guys individually had good seasons last season, but for me, the ultimate aim last season was promotion, and we didn't achieve that. So as harsh as it sounds, that's classed as a failure. So you have to be really careful when you are looking at your options, because football moves really quickly. Like I say, I want to put a team here that one's going to represent me, two the supporters can be excited by, and I'm a planner, so I'm not somebody that likes doing things last minute or going off plans. So we've got plans in place. We've got plan A, B and C for certain situations, but we are moving fairly quick with our recruitment. We've had a lot of really good conversations, and we've got people lined up, and that'll be happening really soon. So like I say, the important thing is making sure that the club's protected, and when we do get to the start of pre-season, I'd like to have 99% of the business done. So yeah, we're not wasting time.
It's one of those questions that gets asked every year. Do you, as a manager, have a particular number in mind for a squad? I mean, it tends to, I guess, be anything between about 18 to 22 at this kind of level, doesn't it? What sort of number's a good number for you?
Yeah, I think around that. I think the new challenge this season is the subs go up. The number of subs have gone up, so we have to make sure we're prepared for that. I think what you'll see in our recruitment is I like to sign certain players that can play 2 or 3 positions well, not that can just do a job. I think you have to have that ability to change, not just game to game, but in game as well. So people that can be multi-positional is key. That allows you then to have depth without having 25, 26 players. I do think at this level, if you can get to 60 minutes and it's not working, you've got 3-4 players that you can bring on that can change a game. It's a vital ingredient. So we're doing that with our recruitment. We still need to add in certain areas. I'd like some more attacking threats in there to give us more of a different look when needed. But like I say, all the recruitment chats at the minute have been brilliant. Me and Dean are working night and day. My phone bill is going to be ridiculous, but it's all worth it, and it's all looking positive.
Let's talk about some of the business you have got done already. Pierce Bird, first of all, obviously he's a name many Harriers fans will be aware of, but for you, what does he bring to the table?
A lot, I think. In the National League North, it suits him probably a little bit better than the South, just because of the way he plays. He's a ball playing centre back who, at Fylde, he was a really important part for me. The way I like to play, he gets us playing, unbelievable left foot. A big part that, if I'm honest with you, I only found out last season was his set pieces. I think he ended up getting 9-10 assists from his set pieces, and he brings a long throw, which I think you see in the modern game, even in the Premier League now. It's being used a lot. So he's got a lot of different attributes that he brings. One of the key ones for me is he knows how to win this league. He's won it before, so he brings a lot of experience, and you have to know how to win. It's a really tough level to get out of, and you have to have the experience of doing it, because it's like you guys seen last season. It comes down to the fine margins, and when you've been there and done it as a player, sometimes they help you.
And he was with you last season, of course, and in terms of coming to Kidderminster, he's not alone in that in terms of your other summer recruits so far.
Yeah, we obviously moved really quick to bring Jack in, Jack Clark. Jack's a Birmingham boy, so he was happy to come home. And when we spoke about this move, he jumped at it, to be honest with you. Obviously, he knows the level of the club from being local, so that fitted. But he was probably my best player at Eastbourne in terms of the time I was there. When I went in a relegation battle, he dragged us over the line, and last season, especially the back end of last season, he came back from an injury and he was unplayable. I think on his day he's way above this level. Very technical player, will want to get on the ball everywhere. For his build, he doesn't look like an out possession player, but his brain works that fast, his interceptions and his position in a top drawer, and especially out of possession, the way we like to press, is a vital ingredient. So he adds to that engine room, and he's, again, for me as a coach, I like to watch players and not be bored. If I'm bored, I know I'm not doing a good job, so he's one player that I enjoy watching.
In terms of George Walker as well, you're talking about not being bored. I guess he's one that will get up and down.
100%. He a little bit of a strange one, to be fair. I came across George last season when I went to watch a couple of games live at Hastings. It was George had just come out of Millwall. I like pace. I like pace in certain areas. I like the fact when a player gets the ball, you feel like something's going to happen, and he gets people off the seats. And George definitely does that. I think he does 100 metres in 10 seconds, I think, and he's also got incredible feet with the ball. So as soon as I seen him, I thought that's a player I'd like to have in my squad. And then as soon as I obviously came out of Eastbourne, made the move, I inquired, and he was ultra keen to come and get involved. He can play 2 or 3 positions really well, very direct, very quick. And I'm really, really excited to watch him play and to put his mark on this level. I think he'll be one that the fans enjoy watching.
And as you mentioned, it's perhaps a little bit of a left field move from Hastings to Kidderminster maybe, but does perhaps the fan base of the club need to embrace a little bit of change if necessary this summer, in that we're looking obviously to achieve something that we didn't manage last season, and sometimes that might mean something a bit different?
Yeah, definitely. I think, look, for me, I'll be honest with you, working in the National League South opened my eyes up a little bit, because I think the North there's a lot of the same. Every game is very similar. A lot of the games turn into more of a battle and a fight, and a lot of teams have the same way of playing. The South is the opposite. There's a lot more technical players down there. I think because there's a lot of academy players coming out, the big clubs down there, sometimes it becomes a game of FIFA, so it opened my eyes a little bit, but there was little bits that I took out of it that I thought that could influence the National League North, and I love the North because I love the fight and I love the passion in it. It suits me as a coach, but there are certain bits that I felt I could bring to a team if I did make the move back up here, and obviously that happened with Kiddy, and George will be one that does that. But we have kind of put our scope a little bit wider in terms of looking at both the North and the South to see if there's ingredients that make us better, because ultimately that's the key. Can we find something that's going to give us something a little bit different to get us over the line this year?
You've got players moving in, obviously. You've got some pre-season games starting to trickle out there now. We're into June, so I guess hey Presto, the summer's almost done, isn't it really? You feel like you're almost ready to kind of get stuck in?
Yeah, I could start today, to be honest with you. I think it's, I can't believe it's nearly a month since the playoffs. It's gone so quick. But like I say, we've been super busy. I've been down to the training ground, and what an incredible place that is as well for players to come and work every day. But we're ready to roll. The plans are in place. Pre-season's in place. And speaking to all the players, they're excited to get back and get back on the horse. And I think I said it when I came in. It's at the time when I came in, I know there was still a little bit of frustration from last season. But I think for players, staff, supporters especially, we've all got to cut that off now. We was all in similar positions of that frustrating moment, but it's gone now, and our focus is on consistently winning and getting over the line this season, and it'll start in a few weeks.
You make a good point on the training ground, because you obviously played here in the time we were in the Football League, and the training ground facilities were, shall we say, a little bit less than they are now. And not only is it a big selling point for recruitment, but it's something to be proud of as well, isn't it?
100%, and I think for me, that's one of the biggest changes I've seen since coming back. I think that you have to give credit to everybody here at the minute, and the foundation that the chairman's put in is a solid one. I think even when we're negotiating, we do things right. We don't go crazy. We're building things in the right direction, and the training ground's just a great example of that. I've took players down there, and without me even saying anything, it's sold, and that's a massive thing for a footballer, to know you're coming into that environment every day. Especially young players these days, they want to be coached, they want the analysis side of the game, they want to know the details, but to do that you have to have the environment to be able to do it, and then you trust your people to get the work over. So no, we're really fortunate to have the training ground that we've got. We all know that this ground and the surfaces here is top draw, and I'm a big believer in not giving people excuses. I think if you take excuses away, you have to perform, and that's what we'll be trying to do.